10 years ago, he killed my son. Today, I am marrying him. In a quiet, sterile prison room, Bridget stands in front of the man who changed her life forever, Tom. There are no guests, no music, no flowers, only a metal table between them, and the kind of silence that carries years of grief. 6 months before his release, Bridget marries Tom, the man who killed her son 10 years ago. It sounds unthinkable, doesn't it? But in this story, what seems impossible is only the beginning. Before the tragedy, Tom was not a stranger. He had been Jesse's best friend, Bridget's son. He'd been at their house, shared their meals, laughed in their garden. They had practically grown up together. But one day, a single moment of recklessness, a secret that was not meant to lead to murder, led him to taking Jesse's life, and everything shattered. Bridget lost her only child. Tom lost his freedom, and what remained was silence, thick, aching, and impossible to escape. Months passed, years passed. Tom wrote letters from prison, words filled with guilt, regret, and a desperate need for forgiveness. And Bridget, hurt, burnt the letters in anger. Letters that held a secret that could have shifted and changed things. A few years later, she joins a program that aims to reconcile them both. Their words, once full of anger, turned into something else. A fragile connection between two people who understood loss in ways no one else could. When the world discovered their marriage, it was too late to stop it. They knew they would face resistance. That's why they chose to get married when Tom was still in prison. Tom's mother, Jill, was horrified. His father, furious. They saw it as betrayal, as madness. And the age gap was a hot topic for discussion. I mean, Bridget had practically brought Tom up as her own son. And yet, for Bridget, it wasn't that simple. Because grief does not always look like sadness. Sometimes it looks like trying to find meaning where none exists. Sometimes it looks like love, or maybe something that feels like it. Bridget's marriage to Tom was not romantic per se, not really. It was quiet, heavy, and full of unanswered questions and uncomfortable truth. But in that small room, with nothing but fluorescent lights and the sound of distant prison gates, Bridget said, "I do." And with those two words, she tied her life to a man who had destroyed it. It was not forgiveness, it was not madness, it was something in between, a choice that blurred every moral line. When Tom was finally released from prison, the real world begins to react. Friends whisper, reporters circle, families clash. Everyone wants to know, why would a mother marry the man who killed her child? Why would a woman marry a boy or a man she had practically brought up? Moving in with Tom was not exactly what Bridget expected. She thought she knew this man, his past, his regrets, his reasons, only to realize she did not know him at all. Tom had secrets, the kind of secret that make a person lie about where they are going and why they disappear. And then there was Jesse's son, the proud son Bridget loves more than anything. I mean, the son was a reminder that she once had a son called Jesse. The boy was born months after Jesse died, and everyone believed he was Jesse's child. But the truth is not always that simple. Tom tried connecting with the boy as much as he could, as if trying to make amends. But the boy wanted nothing to do with him. After all, Tom killed his father, or so everyone thought. But here's the thing though, whatever Jesse told Tom that night, the secret that led to Jesse's death is tied directly to that boy. And in the quest to find out what Tom is hiding, Bridget eventually discovers some things about Tom and his family, that is his mom and his dad, about Jesse and about the child. And whatever she finds out is enough to shatter everything she thought she knew about her husband. Tom had always had an estranged relationship with his father, but Tom had a very good relationship with his mother, and he would go to any extent to protect the peace of his mom. But here's the thing though, what if the secret that led to Jesse's death was so big that it leads to someone else's death? Is that enough for Tom to open up to Bridget? Is it enough for Tom to break his mother's heart and tell him everything about what led to Jesse's death? When the secret comes out, will it change how Bridget sees Tom? Did Tom really love her from the word go? Or was he after something else? Will Jill finally see Bridget as a friend? And how many more people knew about the secret? How many people were involved in this game? And will the secret being revealed to the world change how Bridget sees and how she treats her grandchild? The more you read, the more you realize nothing is as simple as it seems. Everyone has something to hide, and forgiveness might just be the mask covering something far darker. This is what makes the book so addictive. It keeps you questioning everyone's motive, even the ones you thought were pure. Every page pulls you deeper into the uncomfortable truth that sometimes the heart wants what it wants. The heart wants what the mind knows it should not. Reading The Marriage by K.L Slater reminded me why I fell in love with thrillers in the first place. It's not just about who did what, it's about why. It's about peeling back the human side of tragedy, the side that isn't black or white, but 1,000 shades of grey. K.L Slater doesn't just write a mystery, she builds an emotional maze. You can feel the claustrophobia of guilt, the weight of judgment, the desperation to be understood. And even when you think you know where it's going, the book twists. Not in a cheap, shocking way, but in a slow, haunting unlevering that leaves you breathless. It's one of those books that lingers. You close it and still find yourself thinking, what would I have done if I were Bridget? Could I ever forgive? Could I ever love again? Could I marry a man that killed my son 10 years ago? So, whether you're a book lover or not, The Marriage will hold you. Because it's not just a thriller, it's a question, a quite painful question about the choices we make when life breaks us. And that's what makes this story unforgettable. If you've read The Marriage, darlings, tell me your thoughts in the comments. I love to know what you feel reading it. If you have not, don't worry. I've got more dark, twisty stories coming your way soon. But would you marry someone who killed someone close to you, like Bridget did? Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next review. Thank you so much, Diary Darlings, for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this story. Until then, goodbye and stay fabulous.